Do you know what is sky? Have you ever seen the sky? If you have seen the sky, then you have many questions in your mind regarding the sky. Like why stars twinkle in the sky? Why do these stars break sometimes? When we travel somewhere, why does moon and sun follow us? Wherever we go, we find the sun at the same direction. Why does it happen? Why does moon look different every day? Why does it change its shapes? There are many questions in your mind. Have you ever tried to find the answer for this? Among all these questions, in today's video, we will try to find the answer for one question. And that is, why does moon change its shapes every day? So this is Anil and you are watching the YouTube channel Neelkamal Classes. We know that sun, moon, planets are the members of the solar system in which sun will be located at middle and planets will be revolving around the sun. Do you know that sun is a luminous body and planets and moons are non-luminous body? Non-luminous body means planets and moon don't emit their sunlight and they are visible due to the sunlight. Did you know all these things before? That's why we are able to see the planets. In this process, the sunlight first reflects on the moons and planets and then it comes to our eyes. That's why we are able to see the moons and planets. If sunlight fall on the moons and planets, then it will be covered to half of the surface. You can take any other examples. If sunlight fall on the moons and planets, then it will be able to cover the half of the surface of moons and planets. That means half of the body will be bright and half will be dark. If you are not able to visualize this, you can take any example. If you light any object, you will able to light only half of the surface of that object. That's why, because of this darkness, now let us come to the back to the point. Now we understood that when sunlight fall on the moons and planets, half of the surface will be bright and half will be dark. Because of this darkness and brightness, nights and days are decided on the earth. And same thing happened in the case of moon surface. Half of the surface will be bright and half will be dark. Because of this darkness and brightness, we are able to see the different phases of moons. Now let us take an example. Assume that moon is at farthest point from the sun, where earth is at middle of sun and moon. That means at this position, moon should not get any sunlight. Because moon is behind the earth, that's why it is not getting any sunlight. So at this position, we will not able to see the moon. Now let us take the second point. At this time, assume that moon is at nearest point from the sun. At this point, earth is facing the dark side of the moon. That means we should not able to see the full moon. But we see the full moon once in a month. But how? That means the path we are assuming for the moon is wrong. It's something else. The path of moon is elliptical, but it is 5 degrees tilted from the plane of earth. Now let us see how we are able to see the moon. To learn that, for this activity, we will use 3 things: bulb, ball and our eyes. Let us do an activity. The bulb will work as a sun, the ball will work as the moon and our eyes will work as the earth. Now we have made the model of solar system. Now let us do the activity and observe. That means in this model, ball will revolve around our eyes. Yes, we are able to see the different phases of moons. Are you able to visualize now? Now I think you are able to visualize the phases of moon. Now let us try to name all these phases. The first position where we are not able to see the moon, but next day we observe a new and beautiful moon. That's why this is called a new moon. After 3 days, moons come to next position, and in this position we are able to see the small part of the moon. This position is called crescent position, where we are able to see where we can see the fourth part of the moon. This side is a waxing side. That means that's why we will name this position as a waxing crescent moon. Then after 3 days, moon will come to the next position, and in this position we will able to see the half moon. And if we see the path, the moon is able to cover the 1/4. 1/4 means 1/4 of the circle. So in this position, the moon is covering 1/4 part of the circle. That's why we will give it name as first quarter moon. Again after 3 days, moon will go to next position. In this side, the shape of moon is increasing every day. That's why it will come waxing, and full name of this phase is waxing gibbous moon, where we can see the more than half surface of the moon, or 3/4 part of the moon. Now we will see the next beautiful moon, and that moon is we call next phases. Now in the next phases we see the beautiful moon, and that main moon is, and for that name is full moon day. In this one we are able to see full moon. After 3 days, moon goes to next position, and we can see that new moon is started to look smaller. That's why this side is called waning side, and according to the position this name will be given waning gibbous moon. Then to next phase, moon completed its third quarters. So this phase is called third quarter moon, and in this one we can see the half of the moon. Then again moon goes to next phases, and in there we are able to see the 1/4 part of the moon. If you remember, we have seen the 1/4 moon once before also, and that phase now was given waxing crescent moon. In this phase, in this side, the moon is decreasing every day. So waxing will be replaced with waning, and so name will be waning crescent moon. And if we move to the next phase, we will repeat the same circle, and we will reach the new moon day. So that's why there are total 8 phases of moons.